Zuri and Oba were truly made for each other. Their marriage had stood the test of time, lasting many years. Yet their bond remained as strong and special as it was on the very first day. 50-year-old Zuri and 60-year-old Oba shared an extraordinary connection. Together, they had a son, Kwesi, who was now grown up. Having completed his studies, Kwesi was thriving in his career at a prestigious company. Though he no longer lived with his parents, he visited often, knowing how deeply they loved him. Zuri adored Kwesi, but the love she shared with Oba was something that inspired everyone around them. Like newlyweds, they enjoyed every moment together, sharing meals, going out, and savoring life. Their happiness and closeness were a joy to behold. One day, Oba received exciting news. He had been offered a 1-year contract with a prestigious company in the United States. The opportunity came with a substantial salary that could greatly benefit their family. When Oba shared the news, Zuri was thrilled for him. But later that night, as she sat alone, her joy turned into worry. How will I live an entire year without Oba? She thought. Their bond was so special that the idea of being apart filled her with sadness. Sensing her concern, Oba held her hand lovingly. Zuri, he said, I know it will be hard, but the time will pass quickly. I'll call you every day, and before you know it, I'll be back by your side. Our love will always keep us close. The day of Oba's departure arrived. With tears in her eyes, Zuri watched as he prepared to leave. Suddenly, Oba returned to hug her tightly and gave her a loving kiss. This year will pass quickly, and I'll be back with you, he reassured her. Kwesi, noticing his mother's sorrow, tried to comfort her. Mom, don't worry. I'm here for you whenever you need me. Zuri smiled faintly but said, Kwesi, no one can take your father's place. I will miss him terribly. As days turned into weeks, Zuri found it hard to adjust to life without Oba. The silence in the house felt overwhelming. One evening, she called Kwesi and said, This house feels too big and empty. Can I stay with you until your father returns? Kwesi immediately agreed. Of course, Mom. My home is your home. The next day, Zuri moved in with Kwesi. Living with her son eased some of her loneliness. They spent time together, talking and laughing, but her heart still longed for Oba. Nights, in particular, were difficult. One day, Kwesi invited his friend Tay over. Tay was tall, kind, and charming, with a warm smile. When Zuri saw him, she quickly changed into a beautiful dress before coming out to greet him. During their conversation, Zuri felt an unexpected attraction to Tay. Kwesi noticed this change in her behavior and felt uneasy. After Tay left, he gently said, Mom, I don't think it was necessary to dress up like that just to meet my friend. Felt strange. Surprised, Zuri replied, I was just trying to look good. Are you saying this because I'm staying here with you? Is it my fault that your father left me alone? Kwesi, sensing his mother's pain, hugged her and apologized. Mom, I just care about you. I'll always be here for you. One day, while Kwesi was at work, Tay unexpectedly arrived at the house. Thinking Kwesi would be home, Tay was about to leave when Zuri stopped him. Overwhelmed by her emotions, she kissed him. In that fleeting moment, both gave in to their feelings. But soon Zuri realized her mistake. Filled with regret, she said, Tay, please let this stay between us. I don't want Oba or Kwesi to ever find out. I was just overcome with loneliness. The next day, Zuri fainted. Kwesi rushed her to the hospital, where the doctor noted signs of recent physical strain. He gently suggested that Oba take care of her upon his return. Hearing this, Kwesi became suspicious, knowing Oba had been away for months. When Zuri regained consciousness, he confronted her. At first, she avoided his questions, but under pressure, she confessed what had happened with Tay. Kwesi was devastated. He had Tay arrested and sent Zuri back to her own home. Alone, Zuri felt deep remorse for her actions. She called Oba and confessed everything. When Oba returned, he told Zuri to leave the house. However, with time, he realized his love for her was still strong. He forgave her and asked her to return, on the condition that she would never betray his trust again. Seeing his parents rebuild their relationship with love and forgiveness, Kwesi softened. He released Tay from jail, understanding that everyone makes mistakes. Over time, Zuri, Oba, Kwesi, and Tay worked to rebuild their lives. They learned that even the deepest wounds could heal with truth, remorse, and understanding.